Hello and welcome everybody to this Heflatv presentation of the joinDOTA League Season 2. This is Titan versus Zero Latitude going up against each other in a 2-game series. And it's actually one of the last matches in the joinDOTA League Asia. I think there's like maybe 2 to 3 more 2-game series, but that's it. As well, Titan definitely the heavy favorites coming into this game, as Zero Latitude, well, they have the chance to upset Titan, but with their recent performances, I mean, they're not a bad team by any means, but they're just not up to the level of Titan or Arrow, just the top Southeast Asian dogs. Well, looking at the draft now, Zero Latitude actually start with the Doom ban, and Titan is probably the team who is most prone to actually pick the Doombringer. They either run it as a support or offlane role, or just even jungle straight up. So they definitely do like that hero a lot. As Titan, they banned out the Batrider, so rather standard the draft so far. Zero Latitude also taking out the Invoker. Whereas, well, the Titan, their secondary ban can be anything like a Brewmaster, Ancient Apparition, maybe even a Lycan. Although they do have the Dire Sight themselves, so maybe they don't care that much about the Radiant Lycan. But it is still pretty strong. And all Titan, they are taking some of their time at least. Of course, Zero Latitude, they do have the first pick, so Titan, they just want to disable that first the strongest possible hero. Although the Batrider and Invoker are banned already, so I guess actually a Brewmaster maybe wouldn't be all that bad. It depends on what Titan are hoping to get on their hands on themselves, of course. I mean, the draft is just such a hard thing to do, actually. Just being the drafter must be a pain in the ass. Yeah, always it's nice if your team helps out as well. But in the end, the viewers mostly will blame the guy who is drafting. The team itself maybe a little bit. As actually the Viper is the ban for Titan instead, so kind of weird maybe. But then again, Viper is a really strong hero. It's kind of hard to actually bring him down with his corrosive skin being maxed, getting that extra magic resistance. As well, of course, you have the damage over time coming out to you when you try to kill the Viper, which is not something you want to deal with. Like, return damage, it's so damn annoying. Plus, of course, the slow makes it so that the Viper can maybe just run away. But Zero Latitude, their first pick, what is it gonna be for them? Is it gonna be Ancient Apparition, Brewmaster, maybe a Mirana, although I don't think that will happen. And it is a Lycan after all. So, Zero Latitude, are they gonna go for all-out push? Are they gonna pick something like a Nature's Prophet now for their offlane? Just so that it would be ridiculously hard to stop. Of course, if they did do that, I would hope for them to actually ban out a Tinker as well. But we will see if it even gets to that stage. As Titan now, what do they counter this with? I guess a Treant Protector wouldn't be the worst pick either, because just keep the towers alive with the living armor. And, well, I mean, there's no way to actually predict the first 2 picks coming out. It's just so team preference. Even a Sand King might be there for net for all I know, but they start with an Enchantress. Well, okay, I have to say that one I was definitely not having in my top 10 list even with the first picks. But an Enchantress is a hero that Titan run fairly regularly as well. And of course it can be really aggressive, and maybe they even want to go for an aggressive tri-lane with an Enchantress in the jungle, just to stop the Lycan from farming up, unless of course the Lycan is ran mid lane, which is always a possibility as well. But Titan, their secondary pick, actually quite intrigued now what they're gonna go for. That first pick Enchantress just threw me off a little bit, but always nice to see some changes in the draft. Usually it's just like, yeah, standard, Lycan, whatever. Well, there is another 1 minute and 5 seconds left for them to make their pick, but they go for a Bristleback, so lately Ohio has been drafting for Titan, but now it's back on Yamate's shoulders, and it looks like the drafts differ heavily, and the Bristleback, oh, I'm not too sure how to feel about that. I mean, yeah, it's a really tanky hero. The Quill Spray is pretty damn annoying, but you need time to actually start stacking up the Quill Spray in the fights. But by that time, Lycan can just go for the tower, and the Quill Spray isn't really the best counter-pushing method, for Titan at least. Well, whatever the case may be, I guess maybe the next picks coming out by them will make that lineup a little bit more whole. Maybe they're going for some more minus armor, maybe something like a Shadow Fiend even, who actually would be pretty decent for counter push with the Shadow Raises. as well as more minus armor, early rosh on the tire side, especially if you have an enchantress coming in with a creep to tank it up. So that is one way to go. Maybe even pick up something fun like a Slardar, Dazzle, Vengeful Spirit, anything along those lines for extra minus armor if that is what you're heading. I actually would love to see just a heavy minus armor strategy with like a Templar Assassin in the mixed there as well. Zero Latitude, they do pick up an Ancient Aberration after all. It's decent-ish against the Enchanters, of course, so that the Nature's Attendants won't heal her. Not the biggest deal, but overall Ancient Aberration, just how strong and annoying that hero can be. It's definitely not to be underestimated. So Titan, if they actually do want to go aggressive, they might be able to achieve something that is the best thing you can do against an Ancient Apparition and a Lycan. If you go aggressive tri-lane and the Lycan is part of a tri-lane in return, then you can just... how to say this? Just checking the chat, my mind completely went blank, but... You can make it so that Lycan doesn't get that free farm, as well as if your aggressive tri-lane is successful, it would mean that the Ancient Apparition won't get as many levels because they just won't have the time to pull the camps as well as get the XP that way. As well as if you don't get the kills, you won't get the XP or easy XP from the kills either. So the most useless thing is for an Ancient Apparition to be like level 4, level 5, like 10 plus minutes in. And if he gets at level 6, only by the 15-minute mark or so, Titan probably will have a few items to tank themselves up. Maybe a bracers, maybe just already a mech. Because yeah, sure, you can't use the mech. Or, well, you can use the mech, but it won't be effective when the frostbite is on you. But the frostbite duration isn't all that long on the first level, so... Once it wears off, you can just heal yourself back up with the mech and just continue with the push or the team fight or whatever you may be looking for at the time. But looking at the next set of bans now, Nature's Prophet taken out by Titan. So they do not want to go for, or do not want to go up against any more push than they actually have to with the Lycan being on Zero Latitude already. But Zero Latitude themselves, banning out the Shadow Demon, who is really good defensively, is, well, just a really strong hero overall. With the Soul Catcher, the Demonic Purge as well every 50 seconds. And what will their secondary ban be though? I guess they might take out yet another supporter, maybe even target those mid laners now, because I highly doubt that either the Bristleback or Enchantress is gonna be the mid lane. But they do ban out the Dazzle instead, who is also a pretty strong hero against Ancient Apparition. With the Shallow Grave just keeping people alive, and once the Frostbite ends, just heal everybody up. And of course the plus armor would make it so that Lycan's right clicks actually don't hurt all that bad all of a sudden. So Titan now, will they take out something like a Shadow Shaman maybe now? It could definitely be a secondary support for Zero Latitude. Or maybe even take out like Death Prophet or Pugna if they're actually afraid of those two. I mean, I guess maybe they think that, okay, Nature's Prophet already banned, so we don't have to fear the Lycan all that much anymore. Well, I can't see a fault to that logic, to be honest. Maybe even a Visage ban wouldn't be that bad. The Familiars do a lot of damage there. Quite useful in split pushing or just pushing. As well as the burst damage coming out from the Soul Assumption, especially early on against the Bristleback when he doesn't have too many points into his Bristleback ability. Or maybe even 0 into that. They might get easy kills if the Bristleback is gonna be offline. And well, 25 seconds left on Titan. They're actually taking quite a while to draft their overall, so they did decide in the favor of banning out the Shadow Shaman. And what do they go for themselves now? I mean, what could help them tank things up at the moment for the Bristleback? Dazzle was already banned, so actually there aren't that many heroes that would achieve that. Maybe like Undying, although Undying isn't the greatest against Ancient Apparition either because he won't get the heals through. Oh man. Well, I guess we will see soon enough. I mean, they don't have too much time to make their decision anyway, so we will see this draft getting faster and faster as the bonus time is ticking down. Only 22 seconds of bonus time actually left on Titan, where Zero Latitude, they also have only 35 seconds. So both teams have used their time, well, I would want to say efficiently, because if you use your time to actually make the best possible decision, it's always worth it. But they pick up an Ember Spirit, so that is most likely gonna be their mid laner. And I kind of like that hero because the Flame Guard is a really strong ability for burning your enemies down with the damage over time, as well as defending yourself against the Ice Blast of the Ancient Apparition, because you just negate all of the damage coming out with the Flame Guard. Although Lycan with the physical damage is still a big threat against the Ember Spirit, but Zero Latitude, they actually don't have any proper lockdown at the moment. So the Ember Spirit should be able to just fire Remnant away, unless those ganks come before Ember Spirit hits level 6. Which I guess is something that Zero Latitude has to look forward to. And so far, the Sanking isn't picked up for either team, as Nyx Assassin the pick for Zero Latitude. It can be a support, or it can also be just an offlaner. Anything is fine. And well, Nyx Assassin overall just a really strong hero, has a really nice stun. The mana burn against Ember Spirit, it might be decent, because earlier on Ember Spirit's mana pool actually isn't all that great. So he can't spam out his spells that much at least, if he actually has to fire Remnant multiple times as well. And of course just Nyx Assassin being able to set up Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast, just Vendetta, scout somebody out, Ice Blast is flying, Vendetta hit, Impale to follow, or depending on what the hero is, maybe just start with the Impale to ensure that stun. But Titan, they pick up a Rubik for themselves. It's kind of nice to steal the Impale because you can do it without no delay, just immediate Impale, so it's really easy actually to hit it on multiple heroes if you have it on a Rubik. Stealing Vendetta, it's decent, Spike Carapace as well. Of course Ice Blast, probably the best thing he could steal, but since Ancient Apparitions stay pretty far back, they usually don't have the Ice Blast stolen. I guess getting Shapeshift would be nice for Rubik as well. Doesn't have any like big massive ultimates like Ravage or anything like that to steal yet. But I mean, Rubik overall is just such a solid hero, especially against Ancient Apparition if he starts skilling up the Null Field at some point. And well, Zero Latitude now. Fourth pick to come out, 15 seconds left. And well, I guess the last pick might give us an idea whether the Nyx Assassin is actually gonna be offlane or support. I would think offlane, because support Nyx Assassins, well, I guess it's the same for, wow, offlane Nyx Assassins that they might start for levels, but Sand King the pickup for Zero Latitude. So we do see that hero after all. Unfortunately, it's not on net. But because net Sand King is just, oh my god, it's a beauty to watch, to be honest. But it's gonna be on Zero Latitude this time around, and it's just whether they can actually farm up the Sand King with that early Blink Dagger now. Because if they do, Nyx Assassin coming in with the Vendetta, Sand King just scouting out or waiting with the Blink Dagger there as well. Nyx Assassin initiates, maybe Sand King follows up, Blink Dagger, Burrow Strike. Epicenter probably not even necessarily early on for the kills, at least if you have the Ice Blast flying as well. But Titan, their last ban is actually the Lifestealer. And well, I guess Lifestealer can just rage and man-fight the Ember Spirit quite efficiently. Ember Spirit, of course, should be able to escape with his Fire Remnant. But Lifestealer can really do a lot of damage to Ember Spirit, since the biggest weakness of an Ember is the low base armor. So he actually takes a lot of physical harassment. And Morphling being the last ban for Zero Latitude, they do not want to take this into that late of a game. Especially as they have an Ancient Apparition, Sand King, who usually don't get as tanky. Well, Sand King can maybe tank up a little bit with an Aghanim Scepter, but usually you just want Blink, Arcane Boots, maybe Veil of Discord to follow up, especially if you have an Ancient Apparition as well. So you actually wouldn't get those strength items going for yourself. So the Shotgun definitely would be a scary thing to go up against. And well, Titan, last pick about to come out, they go for the Tinker as the last one. And well, even though Zero Latitude, they don't have an all-out push or anything, it's still like it more or less. The Tinker is still gonna be highly effective, especially against the squishy heroes as well. Like Nyx Assassin and Sand King, they actually have to come into the fight up close, but they will just be in the march of the machines, and that's gonna be disaster. Even if they get a few kills with their initiation, they just might lose their lives in return because of that march of the machines. Maybe heat-seeking missiles to follow up as well. And of course, creating that mischance with the laser on the Lycan. And at some point in time, there's just instant hex as well as constant hex with the rearm. Oh man, this is a really good lineup for Titan, to be honest. Taking them heavily into the late game at some point as well. But Zero Latitude, they finish their own with a Storm Spirit. So that is going to be their mid laner with Nyx Assassin offlane and AA is Sand King, Lycan, tri-lane. And Titan most likely just going to have either a Tinker or Ember Spirit mid lane, with Rubik supporting the other one on the safe lane and Enchantress in the jungle, of course. So I have to say that both lineups are rather solid, but Zero Latitude, they definitely have to execute a lot better, I feel like. They have to gank the Tinker or the Ember, whoever is going to be mid lane. They have to gank him constantly before they hit level 6, or for Tinker before he gets those Boots of Travels. And if you Titan, them sending the Bristleback offlane, which is at least what I think it's gonna happen, it's pretty nice because the Bristleback, if he's not getting XP and he's getting zoned out from the lane, he can always just go stack the Ancients and he can farm them up himself later, or he can leave it to the Tinker for the faster Boots of Travels or faster maybe Blink Dagger after the Boots of Travels. So stacking Ancients is always nice if you have heroes to farm it up. Even the Ember Spirit at some point when he has the Battle Fury can just come in with the Sleight of Fist and start clearing them. But to introduce the lineups, as for Radiant side is Zero Latitude, Liberi, Fatali playing on the Storm Spirit, leaving Indigo to play the Sand King, with King of Throw on the Nyx Assassin, Phoenix on the Ancient Apparition, and Nevis will be the last one on the Lycan. As for Titan, Extinct is going to be on the Enchantress in the jungle, KYXY to play the Ember Spirit, leaving Net on the Rubik with NWP Yamate on the Tinker, and offlane will of course for them be Ohio on the Bristleback with a really weird looking hat. That is a weird hat. Oh, he's looking like a hunchback Quasimodo. Oh man, he's not a pretty hero, is it? I don't think he is. Well, creeps are about to spawn, and Ohio actually has made his way to a pretty nice spot, so he should be able to just get some XP unless there's some stream sniping going on or something. And this is gonna be up against a solo Storm Spirit by the looks of it, so I was completely off. Oh, never mind, Sand King is making his way back, and maybe Ancient Apparition is just staying on top to maybe place the wards before he goes back to the bottom lane, or I don't think Ancient Apparition Nyx Assassin would be the best wall lane. So yeah, he is finally backing off, scouted out by this Observer ward coming out from Titan as well. So both teams actually are warding already. Even a Sentry ward comes out to block the big camp here, just to make it that Enchanters can't make those easy rotations to go for the kills. And oh, mid lane, already we see a laser up onto Nevis as he uses the Howl just to get some early last hits going for the entire lineup, to be honest. Everybody has an easier time, although it's only a 10-second duration, it's still pretty decent. Extra 14 damage I think it is nowadays, just 14. And Phoenix, he actually wants the pull from, just stop it from happening, although Ohio, he's not even thinking about it, he's just being sneaky as all hell. He actually is almost level 2, after this creep falls, he will be level 2, so he actually finally falls out, wants to get some last hits as well. We'll be able to get that one, and he is level 2 now. 1 point in Bristleback, 1 point in Quill Spray, he's gonna be fine. Yamate, oh, never mind, he's just farming up mid lane as well. 3 and 4 compared to 3 and 0, and actually it's nice. It's pretty huge early on, but oh, Phoenix comes in with his illusions on the Ancient Apparition, but not much he can really do against a Bristleback who just eats a tango. I thought like maybe gonna pick up Magic Stick, but probably wants Boots of Speed as the first item if possible. Top lane KYXY just farming up against King of Throw, Nyx Assassin. At least he's getting the levels. He has Boots of Speed as well, so it's actually pretty hard to bring him down. Especially that, of course, it's only a Rubik to help him, and Rubik is pulling now, which it's a smarter decision, but he has to get the double pull through, although it is at the moment impossible because the creeps have not spawned here. Okay, you want to see name tab? Got it, guys. It will be, of course, with a 2 minutes delay for you, so you have to be a little bit patient, but here is the name tab, you can check it all out. And hopefully you have had enough time to just scout things out. Yes, another Howl comes out by Nevis on the Lycan. And well, he's 5 and 0 compared to 8 and 7, so Tinker definitely having the upper hand, which is kind of to be expected as Lycan though. If he gets higher levels, maybe like level 5, so has level 3 Wolves, he can definitely catch up in farm as, nope. Ohio still gonna be safe, Indigo wants to make the rotations in as well. But they're not gonna be effective, although mid lane Yamate might be in trouble. King of Throw was rotating in, but couldn't get in range without Yamate knowing of it. Of course, this Observer Ward helping out as well. And in a game of Dota, just vision is everything. Although mid lane, Nevis, he's actually still dropping pretty low. Level 2 Master Machines by Tinker as well. The Ancients haven't been farmed or stacked rather yet. There is an Radiant Sentry Ward as well blocking the pull from happening anyway. Although Ohio actually packs himself into a corner. Never mind, he's playing around with Phoenix. Just eats a tangle, goes through. Level 1 Quill Spray, I think he maybe wants level 2, and once he gets that can start going aggressive. Although at the moment reaching up, oh, top lane they got the kill. Oh god, watching the wrong lane. Net was the one to actually get the kill on the Rubik with the Fate Bolt, I can assume. Yes. Extinct made a nice rotation in with a double Satyr Tormentor, so that's actually a lot of burst damage coming in. And they can easily go for the tower now as well, because the next creep wave, if it comes, it's gonna get demolished. Oh, one Satyr Tormentor, it expires unfortunately. But look at this mid lane Nevis, he can't do much of anything when the March of the Machines is down. Ohio now, there's the Burrow Stack, do they have enough damage? Cold Feet as well, they won't proc probably, so Ohio, oh actually they proc, but he's already under the tower. And level 1 Cold Feet, they don't last as long as anyway. They needed the Storm Spirit to be there as well with the additional slows of the Overload and maybe even the Electric Vortex. But Ohio now, he has his boots of speed in the stash, actually picks up a Haste Rune as well. So just gonna go back to the lane, maybe soak up some XP with this. Sanking is not yet level 3, he actually hasn't been stacking that much. There is a double stack in the big camp, so I guess it's still something. But not the scariest of things at the moment for Titan, as the Sanking. He's not probably going to get a Blink Dagger before 10 minutes if it continues like this. And at the moment he's really focusing on the lane, just making it so that Ohio can't get as much XP, although he's about to hit level 4. King of Ro actually is level 4, but of course they pushed down the tower, so he got some XP from that already. And there is of course one death on the Nyx Assassin now as well. So it's slightly in Titan's favor. Of course they did get the early tower as well. Looking at last hits, KYX by 35 and 6 compared to 25 and 12 on Liberi Fatalis Storm Spirit. So definitely a chopper. And oh, they get King of Ro. There's the telekinesis as well. There's the War Stomp by the Center Conqueror. And they're burning him now at KYX by under the tower. He has to escape. The tower lasted will get the kill. Oh man, that was a little bit of a misplay as King of Ro. He did not get the XP for the kill, but he sure got the gold. And Ember Spirit has his face boots with this now. But that means that they can't actually pressure the tier 2 tower anymore. Well, mid lane, Yamate still being annoying against Nevis as always. He's actually 27 and 18 compared to 16 and 5. So most of the lanes they're just completely out farming them. I mean, Nyx Assassin and Ohio, they are pretty damn even. King of Ro 6 last hits, Ohio 8 last hits. Level wise, kind of even as well. Ohio actually a little bit ahead now. But having a Tinker farm as decently as the Yamate is at the moment, it's a scary thing to go up against. But oh, Indigo wants to come in with another rotations. But since he went for the jungle farming build, which is just 2 points into Sandstorm on level 3, that means his Burrow Strike is still level 1. Actually now he's level 2. So gets that higher range for it. But still he can't really initiate himself. They need the setup stun for it. Another laser into Nevis, oh my god. I mean, a Tinker is so hard to play up against, and that's only a level 2 laser. Just imagine if he had gone for the pop build with just maxing out lasers and heat-seeking missiles. But I think it's way more stable to actually go for March of the Machines, because you can get guaranteed farm, plus once you get those boots of travels you can go from lane to lane and farm those up as well. If you go for the laser as well as heat-seeking missile build, you have to get the kills to actually get that farm. And now, well, King of Ro at least getting the levels. Level 6 will be extremely crucial for him, as well as it will be for Phoenix on the Ancient Apparition. But I mean, Phoenix is only level 3. Can they kill Ohio? Maybe. But there's a 3-man smoke coming in. KYX, Net, and Extinct. They're all coming in. Ohio, there's the Cold Feet. They're not gonna follow up on this. Phoenix might be in trouble. There's the Searing Chains to connect. Telekinesis to maybe follow up if they really need it. And yes, indeed they do. They do get the kill as Net. Actually, not even a kill steal, but a kill secure with that Fate Bolt. So they maybe want to actually rotate for a tower now, although, oh, Yamate came in as well. Had the invis room, but Indigo, just in the Sandstorm, should be fine unless, oh, do they actually have any stuns? I don't think so. Liberi Fatali coming in as well, Yamate completely out of mana. Indigo, there's the Sentry Ward, the Electric Vortex, but the bunch of the machines do way too much damage. There's the Telekinesis to Fate Bolt Net. That's his 3rd kill of the game. He's on a killing spree already, and can they go for more? Indigo, no, he gets the TP out. But that is still 4-1 now in the favor of Titan, as the only kill they actually gave away was to the tower. So they are definitely in the driver's seat at the moment. Ohio even rotated mid lane just to get some farm as well as XP, and this is not doing that bad. 17 and 0. It's not that the Lycan is that far ahead of Ohio. He's level 6 as well, sitting on 26 and 6. Almost as his Vladimir's offering though, so that will definitely speed up his farm a little bit. But Titan, they're just going for the tower. They have the Satyr Tormentor, the Health Regeneration Aura is there. He even tanks up a little bit, finally shifts the creep aggro with. Now he's gonna divert the creep or at least shockwave them up a couple of times. So with the next creep wave, I think this tower is probably gonna fall down. Flame Guard activated by KYX to burn down the creeps even faster. And he's on his way to his drums. Needs a recipe, or only a recipe scold away because he has enough for the robe of the Magi. As Yamate, he has enough for his Boots of Travels. Let the party begin. This Tinker, oh, I think he's gonna snowball out of control quite fast. I mean, at the moment already, KYXY as well as Yamate, they're just so far ahead of Liberi, Fatalia and Nivis on the Storm Spirit and the Lycan. More than 1000 net worth ahead, already 9 minutes in. Of course the 2 towers definitely help, but that's exactly why you go for a hero like an Enchantress, because you can go for those early towers. And well, doesn't look like we see any kills happening in the next few minutes, although Indigo is there on the top lane, might want to go for Yamate, but the March of the Machines just makes it impossible to initiate into that. Although they have the Vendetta, so it could be an easy kill, but it's gonna be hard, especially as Yamate just picks up his Boots of Travels. And well, I guess Zero Latitude, they just have to get their levels, get Phoenix to level 6 on the AA. Storm Spirit is level 6 now, so can start the initiations maybe. And actually he has a decent enough farm, has 1 Oblivion stuff finished 10 minutes in. 600 gold towards the next one as well, so he's going for a fast Orchid possibly. But if he doesn't get it fast enough, if he starts staying, then it's just gonna be disaster for them. But they're going for Roche instead. They have a Elber Smasher to maybe tank it up. Extinct with 3 points in Untouchable can tank it up himself as well, possibly. And well, there's Medallion of Courage coming into play from Extinct Ohio with some extra minus armor from the Vicious Nasal Goo. I mean, this is gonna be an easy road for them. Yeah, it might take some time, but doesn't look like Zero Latitude have any idea this is going on. And Extinct actually might be coming in just to get that Aegis for himself, since he did leave a Fire Remnant close by. But top lane, Singapro still looking at Yamate. They just can't find the openings. Only level 2 Burrow Strike still. He went for a level 3 in Sandstorm. There's the Impale though. Can they get the Burrow Strike to follow out? Indigo will be there. It might be enough to get the kill. One more right click and indeed they do get it. Actually, that was a really nice setup by the Nyx Assassin, of course, landing that Impale, making or buying time for Indigo to get up close for the Burrow Strike. So the kill score 2-4 now. Stopping the farm from Yamate for a little while, but I mean, they lost Roche because of it, and yeah, Fire Remnant in by KYXY. He will pick up the Aegis for himself, just so that he could go that much more aggressive without actually being too afraid of it. But bottom lane, the tier 1 tower actually might be in trouble for the dire side. Ohio does come in the end. And actually he has a mech finished now, if I saw it correctly. Yes, I did. So mech up on the Bristleback. It's gonna give them even more team fight, and I mean, Nivis, he needs to start making stuff happen soon on Lycan. He's about to hit level 9. Of course, Roche is out of the question already. But well, just getting the towers will definitely already benefit them. Just getting some gold, although Phoenix, 12 minutes in. I was talking about this in the draft. If the Ancient Apparition doesn't get at level 6 within a decent time frame, he won't be nearly as effective. Although Enchantress is still a pretty squishy hero, as is Net on the Rovic. So they might be able to get some easy kills, especially if the Storm Spirit is sipping in as well. Who is actually closing in on the secondary Oblivion staff. Has a Robe of the Magi already. So actually, shouldn't he have it already? I think he does. Oh, never mind, he does now. My bad. So he will pick up the secondary one as well. So only a recipe away, 12 minutes in. It's actually not that bad of a timing, unless he just starts feeding and dying now. Heat-seeking missiles as well coming out to harass. They are level 2, so they do 175 damage. Pretty decent, but tier 1 tower mid lane Titan, they are going for that. Illusions by KYX, but just scouting things out, being wards for them. And the tower will go down as well, because Zero Latitude, they're not making any moves at all to defend this tower. So the third tower of the game goes down for Titan. Although they might lose the tier 1 tower, Yamate gets jump up, but there's the electric vortex. They need follow. Phoenix doesn't have his Ice Blast. quite yet, and Yamate is actually still alive. Cold feet up, and Liberty Fatali will fall down in combination with Phoenix. KYXY just comes in with a nice 2-man searing change to turn it around. Oh man, that was just a disaster, and that is exactly why you do not initiate into the Marks of the Machines. And Ember Spirit, not Ember Spirit, Ancient Apparition, there is absolutely nothing that he could do to just help out with the kill. Ice Vortex, yeah, maybe boost the magic damage coming out from the Storm Spirit, but it just wasn't enough. Yamate was a little bit too tanky, 900 HP, so reasonably high on HP. And well, 6-2 now for Titan. Looking at the early graphs, it's 7,500 gold lead for Titan already. XP, well, 2,500 or so, but it's still looking extremely good for them, and I guess that is exactly what we were waiting for from Titan. I mean, they have been looking a little bit shaky, throwing some games here and there, or almost throwing some games. But it's still pretty nice for them so far, and I think if they just can continue with the pace they're going, this game is gonna become unthrowable for them at some point. Although, never underestimate your opponent's ability to throw. That is rule number 1 in a game of Dota. Top lane though, March of the Machines just comes out to stop the push from Zero Latitude, and even with a Lycan on their team, they have yet to take a single tower down. But oh, 40 minutes in, Indigo picks up his Blink Dagger. The same can be said for Yamate's Tinker, but with this Blink Dagger on the Sand King now, they can actually maybe start making some things happen. Especially Xingofro has his own Blink Dagger, he has Vendetta up, but he's under a sentry ward, so he gets spotted out if they actually watch the minimap. Extinct, he's already backing off, so all of them should be fine unless Yamate stays there for a little while too long. Or do they want to go for the kill? I don't think so. Oh, actually, they do find Extinct. There's the Impale. Oh no! He waited for it. There's the Burrow Stack with the Impale. Actually staggering their stance, but it won't matter if they get the kill. But KYXY, he kills off Liberty Fatali at the same time. Is he gonna go for one? He still has the Aegis. Searing Chase up onto the 2 supports. But Xingofro dropping so damn low from the heat-taking missiles, and they just have to back off. KYXY doesn't have too much mana. The Sleight of Fist does go through. Actually, it's 3.6k gold in the back. A nice blink out by Indigo. So in the end, it looks to be a 1-for-1 exchange with the Storm Spirit exchange for the Enchantress. And well, I think the death on Storm Spirit is a little bit bigger, but oh, he bought out his Orchid before. So a 15-minute Orchid for him. That's actually pretty good. If he had lost the gold, it would have been kind of a disaster, but it's pretty decent for them, because next time he jumps in, they can just Orchid up anybody, maybe even the Tinker. So the Tinker might be rendered useless, although he's just staying so far back that Storm Spirit would have to use a lot of his mana to actually get close. And now the tier 2 tower mid lane is the target for Titan. They don't have Extinct yet. Well, they have him there, but there's no creeps to tank up the tower. So KYXY has to be the one. The Aegis, I actually have no idea how many minutes it still is there, but I think it's like a minute and a half probably. Well, it's a minute now, so not that far off. Sleight of Fist to kill off the creeper with the Flame Guard activated. Oh, they go for the Impale. Mana burn as well. They need to follow up. Stun Indigo will be there with the Burst Attack. They might get the Aegis. Nope, he's still alive. Sleight of Fist actually dropping down Liberty Fatali to quarter of an HP. And the tower just goes down because they can't defend into the March of the Machines. I mean, Titan, they just have Zero Latitude completely and utterly cornered. KYXY, 4.2k in the bank. Picks up a Perseverance. Only, I think it's actually 200 gold away from his Battle Fury, I think. Maybe like 400. Extinct. Just Power Threads, earn Medallion of Courage. Net. Blink Dagger already on the Rubik as well. He has actually stolen level 1 Shapeshift. Oh man. Zero Latitude, they have the Ice Blast though. They want to defend. Indigo has, of course, the Blink Dagger together with the Nyx Assassin. And oh, they actually go in, they pay, they find Yamate. They will get the kill with this Ice Blast flying in. And do they lose somebody in return? Liberty Fatali gets the Orchid onto KYXY. There's no Aegis anymore. Oh, Haya completely out of mana as well. Net actually pops his Shapeshift. What does he steal? It's the Wolves. It's not a bad spell to steal. Can scout out with the Wolves themselves. But with the kill on Yamate, they actually make Titan back off. Because Ohaya, he's really low on mana. KYXY doesn't really shine himself. He has the regeneration room, but still, they don't want to take that chance. Especially as KYXY is so damn close to his Battle Fury. And well, activates the regeneration rune, leaves behind a fire element just in case Zero Latitude want to go aggressive again. Which they can easily do with the same setup, just Nyx Assassin or probably Sand King. Blink in first, get the Burst Strike, Nyx Assassin blinks, impales after that with the Ice Blast to follow. That is it's almost a 5-second stun lock that you have to face there, if they time them correctly. Oh, they go with the burst strike, but actually misses thanks to the sleight of fist, Indigo. Nice try, the ice blast was flying in as well, but Indigo actually has to go all the way to base to reach him up. The heat-seeking missiles might catch him off guard. There's the heat-seeking missiles laser. Oh, Yamate is showing off, yeah, his own blink dagger as well. And Liberty Fatality, he picked up his blink dagger, not blink dagger, the orchid, 3 minutes ago, but after that he hasn't been able to make anything happen from that. Tried to go in aggressively last time around, but didn't really pay off, and now the tier 2 tower, this time around, it's probably gonna fall. They have enough mana to work around with. KYXY has his Battle Fury finished. Yamate is of course alive as well, 2.2k in the bank. Well, are they really gonna push high ground? I mean, they don't have any towers left to take. Maybe wait for the next Roche though. I think it might be worth their while just to wait for the Roche, get the Aegis on KYXY again, and then go aggressive. Maybe just get the next set of items as well. Power turrets are finished on Ohio, so he's tanking up and actually has another Belt of Strength. So is it gonna be Necrobook for him? Yes, actually Vanguard finished as well. So it's definitely looking bad for Zero Latitude. They have a comeback mechanic, which is the Lycan just once they start getting those towers. But against a Tinker, even the Lycan might not be enough until he gets that Necrobook, but he's been forced to go for a BKB at the moment. And with a BKB, the Lycan pushing power, it's diminished greatly. And well, 8-4, actually, we haven't seen almost any kills by the looks of it in this game. Like the 4 kills at the start, or maybe even 5 kills happened within the first 5 minutes or so, it feels like. After that, has kind of slowed down. Looking at the graphs, oh my god, 14,000 gold lead, 4k XP lead, so that is reasonable. But that gold, they just have so many more items. And well, I guess at least Zero Latitude, they have the core items like the Orchid and Storm Spirit, Blinks on both the Nyx as well as the Sand King, Lycan Lads maybe. But by the looks of it, it's just not nearly enough. They have to face just such a mobile lineup who can tank up so well thanks to the Bristleback sitting in the front lines, who has a mech as well, and now Net even picks up an early gem for their team. Are they going for Nevis? Really, nope. He just hasted in and blinked back out, didn't even steal anything. As Yamate, oh, never mind. My bad, it was Storm Spirit deeping into defense. Some nice gold for him, can actually finish up the power turrets now. Although at some point, they definitely do need BKBs, because Yamate, he is getting closer and closer to that Chief Stick of his. And you never want to face a Tinker with a Chief Stick. And while the Roche has respawned and Titan, they just go into it immediately. Minus armor stacking has begun with the Vicious Nasal Goo Medallion of Courage. Extinct, he can tank this all day long with the level 4 Untouchable. Although, oh, they get the kill on the Ember Spirit. They set it up with the double Blink Daggers, and well, didn't need the Epicenter. Ice Blast was used as well. But I think Titan, they're not that worried about it, because they're going to get Roshan for it again. It's pretty much the same as last time, giving away a kill to get Roche. Although this time, KYXY, he is dead, so he actually can't come in to pick up the Aegis. So Ohio actually might be one, just sit in the front lines, tank the tier 3 tower while right clicking away at it, or maybe give it to Yamate on the Tinker. And that's exactly what they do as well. So even if Zero Latitude managed to kill off Titan, he's just gonna come back 5 seconds after with a full mana pool. Probably all of his spells maybe off cooldown as well. Or if not, he can just rearm and make them off cooldown. So, I mean, definitely nice to pick off KYXY. He has a Crystallis now anyway. They just have so much global gold with all the towers, with the Roche, and oh, Yamate might get caught, but there's the telekinesis from Net, and they're gonna get the kill on Liberty Fatality. Ball Lightning stolen by Net to just net the kill for himself. And Yamate, well, he took some damage, but Storm Spirit just does not have enough. What? Are you kidding me? Guys? I thought he had enough gold for power turrets, but he went for Tranquil Boots instead. That's... I just have to say that that's a useless item on a Storm Spirit. I mean, yeah, maybe he doesn't take damage because of his Ball Lightning or something, but... I mean, just the attack speed, the intelligence coming out from the power turrets, if you switch them out. And this... I cannot agree with that. At least Ohio is actually pretty low on mana. They have Arcane Boots coming off cooldown though. They only have one of those. So Ohio has to be somewhat careful of how he spends his mana. The Roche actually took away a lot from him. And oh, Yamate blinks in aggressively, but will he get caught? Yes, the Aegis of course Singapore does blink in, actually doesn't see him quite yet, and Yamate gets the blink out as well. He blinked in so aggressive, March of the Machines. He's running around. It actually comes at a weird angle, to be honest. There's another layer of it, and Ohio is tanking up the tower. He has 1.8k HP with the power turret on strength. Has a Sanj as well. KYXY just harassing Liberty Fatality or anybody who is close to the Sleight of Fist. So tower down to less than quarter of an HP, 200 HP remaining only. And with the next replay, I would be surprised if Titan does not get the tower, especially as Yamate is there with full HP, March of the Machines under the tower. And Zero Latitude, they want to go in, there's the burst strike by Indigo, will the Ice Blast follow on the Searing Change? They get the kill, Liberty Fatality just comes in with the ball lighting and goes straight back out again. He has to regen all his mana up now in the base. And in the meantime, Titan, they want to go for the Rex, the Impale connect on Ohio. Mana burn is successful, so the Ice Blast is actually fine, it's going to connect on Extinct. So at least they hit on one, but that is about it for them. And now Ohio getting healed back up by the urn of Extinct. They can get some mana back as well from the bottle of the Tinker. Ohio, well, I guess he doesn't care about the mana, they just want the Rex. And Yamate, another set of March of the Machines. This just looks like so over. They need the big epicenter. Liberty Fatality just March of the Machines, the laser. Oh my god, Yamate, he goes in for the kill, does get it successfully, and Ohio will not get cold feet up. Ball lighting by net, but BKB pop by Neve, shapeshift as well. Can he actually get one kill at all? Enchantress, he doesn't care too much about the untouchable. There's the epicenter coming in, doesn't do much of anything. A nice 2-man Burrow Strike though. They need follow-ups on Ohio. Drops low as well. The Ice Blast does connect. Yamate coming back with almost the full mana pool. Heat-seeking missiles was there. The laser. Oh no, ball lightning out. Zero Latitude, they're actually fighting reasonably well. They haven't lost a single hero yet. Telekinesis was there on Phoenix, but he was able to survive, and now the melee Rex will finally fall down. And even though Zero Latitude, they don't lose too many heroes, they do lose the Rex, and Titan, they're just gonna make a successful escape now. Or are the Indigo wants to chase Blink, they're already used. Ball lightning coming out as well. There's the silence onto Ohio, but they can't follow up. Ohio, he's too damn tanky. He has to make as well. Burrow Strike is there. Actually, did he put himself in harm's way? No, he didn't. Indigo, he's gonna go down after a nice successful 3-man Burrow Strike. But Nevis, he's gonna fall as well as KYXY got himself a double kill. Ice Blast to fly onto 2. Ohio probably gonna stay alive anyway because he's just so damn tanky. And I think this might be an GG call by Zero Latitude coming out already. They're just looking so damn strong as it is. 15 to 6, some near kills. Not that crazy, but looking at the graphs, it's 17,000 and climbing with XP, nearing 10,000 soon once the graphs actually update themselves after that fight. So I don't think there's much for Zero Latitude to do. Their only hero alive is Phoenix. Did they use any buybacks? Yes, Storm Spirit already used his buyback as well. The others just don't want to use it. Like I would have it, but what can he really do solo? So that is probably it for game number 1. Titan, I mean, they're gonna get the second set of Rex as well. Zero Latitude, they get the stun on KYXY from Singapore. The Ice Blast to fly as well. That actually might be enough to force left out. There's the telekinesis with the Hex onto Singapore. He gets taken out by KYXY Sleight of Fist, and well, even the Vendetta stolen by Net there on the Rubik. There's just no way back for Zero Latitude, even with the Lycan and like the Sand King defending. Just 2 Rex behind already against a really fat Tinker. Looking at the gold per minute, it's 591 on KYXY actually, and Tinker 469, so doesn't have all that much, although the net worth is pretty impressive. Sanji and Yasha finished now on Ohio as well, just gets that extra movement speed. And he has 441 movement speed with the level 2 into Warpath and 3 stacks up. Oh, the Ice Blast is flying top. They want to go for the kill, but Ice Blast, will it actually connect? Nope. Just a little bit short of the Tinker, and he still has the Aegis as well. I mean, Zero Latitude, they're really hoping for a miracle at the moment. That's the only thing that actually bring them back from this game. Titan, they have to just put on their throwing caps and start throwing as hard as they've ever thrown. That is the only way for Zero Latitude to come back into this game. I mean, the Lycan, maybe if he had Necrobook and just split push this out, but... Oh, what got stolen? Oh, the Ice Blast! Oh god, Ancient Aberration didn't cast anything after that Ice Blast, so... I said it's extremely hard for Rubik's to steal that, but he managed to do it, Net. Oh, you're beautiful, man. As KYXY finishes up his Daedalus as well, and... Oh, Hex. Oh, the Ice Blast is gonna fly. Is he gonna hit Singapore? It's gonna fly over him. So the impact blast wasn't there. He's taking missiles to follow. And, well, March of the Machines just tanking it up, and with the Ice Blast on cooldown for another 25 seconds from Ancient Aberration, Titan can quite easily go in, although there will be a level 2 epicenter. It's actually coming in from the side. Did he get spotted out? I think Net plinged him out. So he just might get caught, or maybe they don't care. Maybe they're going to go and kills for others. But Nevis drops actually low Ohio. Tries to harass him down. He's so damn tanky. 1.9k HP. And oh, Extinct, he finds Indigo. Indigo has to sandstorm himself out. Just another howl coming out. The tower down to half HP. And there's no rush for Titan. They can just whittle down their towers ever so slowly as the creeps are pushing in the other lanes. Amate comes back in with his Boots of Travels. This is going to be the tower falling eventually. It's just inevitable. Where is the Sand King? He's not even in position yet. And he actually has to stay rather far back because of the March of the Machines just blocking him out all the time. Oh, the tower finally goes down Ohio. He's just a tanky frontliner. He has so much movement speed as well. 455. Oh, the Ice Blast flies from the Rubik. Will it be enough? Actually connects on Nevis as well. The counter Ice Blast is about to fly as well. That one will connect on Extinct. Nobody else got hit though. So Yamate coming in. The Impale is there a little bit too soon. There's the Hex on Toxin Pro. Do they follow up as well? Searing Chains to connect laser. That is the kill indeed. The creeps actually do finish him up. And now Melee Rex already down to half HP. It's now or never for Zero Latitude. But it sure feels like it's more to the never side. They just can't go in. They have to defend the other. Liberty Vital gets the silence onto KYX, but it is way too tanky with the Flame Guard activated. They already kill off the Lycan and Ohio. He's going for more. The Burst Strike by Indigo. It won't do him no good. That's 4 down. Now, well, just easy game for Titan. From the early stages, their draft, the way they played their lanes, they just completely snowballed out of control. Especially, I mean, you don't want to be against a Tinker when he's in a lineup which just snowball. So that's it for game number 1, Titan. Nothing much to comment. They just out-experiencing their enemies, as well as, I mean, their playing experience as players, as a team. They just showed why they got a direct invite to TI4. Yeah, maybe Zero Latitude isn't the best team to just show it up against, but at least it's good to know that they don't struggle against such a team. And now, game number 2 is about to come up. If you enjoyed us, or enjoyed me casting rather, be sure to follow Heflatv. The English channels are Heflatv1 and Heflatv2. And of course, follow us on our social media, Facebook and Twitter.com/Heflatv. And as always, we will upload the VODs as fast as possible to YouTube, which is youtube.com/Heflamog. So thanks once again, and hopefully you'll stick around for game number 2 as well.